Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Classic Gamer 74. This is your host, Anthony Gamer, and today we are going to be checking out some of my novelty and fun houses that I built here in my Minecraft world. And I first off want to apologize for the delay in this episode. We had a tornado hit Northwest Indiana, and it was bad. Yeah, it was really, really bad. So we just got power back on Sunday, and yeah, so please do keep all the residents of Northwest Indiana in your thoughts and prayers. It'd be most appreciated. So, like I said, today we're going to check out some of the houses that I've built that are kind of fun, novelty, whatnot, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due, as I didn't build all of them myself. I mean, they're not all my designs. Some of them were other people's designs, but then I kind of put my own little touch on it. So right now we're at my fifth farm. I'll show this place off in another episode. Next big project I'm going to work on is I'm going to try to get one of those automatic farms going that other people make online and stuff, so we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go ahead and check out my fun or novelty houses, whichever you prefer. Okay, so we are here. Now you notice I'm right next to my strip mall, and I already showed you guys the Flintstones house. So this is one I built a while back, and this one was actually designed by TSMC Minecraft, an amazing builder who I followed for quite a while. Now, he designed the outside of the house, and as you can see, this is the house from King of the Hill. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm really glad that show's back. Yes, sir. Oh, excuse me a second. Jerk. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, he designed the outside of the house, didn't do the inside, so I had to kind of do that myself. So let's go ahead and look around back here. You can see he did a really nice job designing it, but I had to, there's Hank's truck. So let's go ahead and head inside. So I decided to build up the inside a little bit. Nothing special, mostly just a place like for storage and stuff. See, I don't really use it for much. I don't really come here much. I have plenty of other houses, but so yeah, not exactly like the house on King of the Hill, because basically the scale's not exactly right. But anyway, it was fun to build it, and it turned out really nice. Alright, so let's boogie on down this way a little bit. And I've already showed you my beautiful home here, and of course the strip mall, you've seen that. Alright, next up we have High Hopes. Now I tried to build it like the house from Amityville Horror, and it is a for real haunted house. I even got a sign up there, High Hopes, do not enter. You'll see why once we get over here. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. The house is very much haunted by pretty much every hostile mob there is. So yeah, that's definitely not a place to go into. Looks like there's not much going on today. But I also have something else in the backyard, or the under part of the house. So I decided to try to make my own mob farm. Check this out. Need to move up levels. I got it all set up right here. I got the dripstones, they fall, I kill them, and I get the experience points. And the dead flesh, which I use, of course, on my dogs. Kind of a cool deal. Not the best mob farm ever. I've seen some much fancier ones, but it suits my needs. Okay, so let's head on next door. Now, next up, we have a house that I took a long time to build. Now, if any of you are familiar with history or know anything about Native Americans, this is the Star Mansion which was a home to Quanah Parker, who was the last Comanche chief. Now, I've studied pictures and other stuff to try to make this as authentic as possible to the actual house that is outside of Cache, Oklahoma. Very big house for his very large family. You see, it's got a wraparound porch. So I studied pictures and videos real closely. Unfortunately, the real house itself is not in good shape. So it's actually probably safe because of a flood. I tried to put the stars on the roof. So it's actually much cheaper to take this kind of virtual tour here. So this is the main meeting room where Quanah would meet some of his friends and other people, dignitaries that came to visit. Walk around. I'll just show you a quick roundabout. I tried, like I said, to follow as much as I could about the actual inside of the house. Got several different rooms that he had his wife and children stay in. Would have been the main room. This would be like Chief Quanah's room, I guess. But like I said, you head upstairs, and we've got several. I don't know why that's there. Several different bedrooms. Not much to them, but like I said, I went to a lot of trouble to try to make this as authentic as I could. After the house of somebody that I greatly admire, and it's Chief Quanah Parker. Hopefully someday they can find funding or something to get the house restored to its former glory. I sure hope so. But anyway, so I'm going to head downstairs, and then I will meet you at the next house then. Now, if you've known me for any amount of time, you know that I'm a big fan of Deputy Dog, and the town that he lived in was called Creek Mud Junction. So I built a model of it, including a big statue of Deputy Dog. Let's get a better look at it from a little higher up. See? Pretty cool, huh? Alright, anyway, so I recreated the town a little bit. So here is the jailhouse where he worked. You got the bed, the stove, the fridge, telephone, the desk, and even got a prisoner. Got the drain pipe and everything. Okay, so over here we have Muskie's treehouse. This was a little harder to make than I thought it would be. And then we have the general store. I modernized it because you never do see inside of it in the cartoon. So we've got the fridges with the drinks. All that. Got the store, cash register, basically anything you would find in a general store. So, okay. So, let's go ahead and move on to our next property then. Alright, in the previous episode, I showed you briefly Fetless, and it's right outside of my house here. Now, any of you that grew up in Northwest Indiana during the 70s, 80s, 90s, remember this place. It was in Valparaiso, Indiana, and they basically had everything for sale there. Hi, puppies. So I've kind of set this place up to be like a trading post, kind of what Fetless kind of was set up to be like. And they had everything there. I know some of you that are watching this video probably remember it. Please let me know your memories in the comments below. See, I got all kinds of good stuff here. It was a big, beautiful mess back in the day, and we loved it. And then somebody bought it, and they tried to clean it up, and nobody liked it anymore. Alright, so, like I said, set up kind of like a big, giant, enormous trading post. And I got lots of different villagers to do business with here. You see all the stalls are clearly marked. I've got every kind of villager possible to do some trading with. So, yep. So when I need something and I want to buy, sell something, this is where I go. Yeah, back here I just basically got a hallway. I lit it up so there'd be no mobs back here, but yep, this is pretty much my version of Fetless. If you got any memories of the real actual Fetless that you'd like to share, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Okay, next up on the tour we have something I created a while ago. This is from one of my favorite shows, Corner Gas. I don't know if any of you watched that. If you haven't, it's a really cool show. I got the sign right here. And let's take an inside tour. So you see I got like the gas pumps. I got the gas station part. So in. See, here is the gas station itself. I watched so many episodes and studied them so intently to make sure that I could get this place as close to possible, like the Corner Gas from the TV show. So, yep. There's that broom closet that leads nowhere. Alright, let's head back in here. You can see the register and all that fun stuff. Here are the bathrooms. Now we'll head into the Ruby, the restaurant. So you can see I went to a lot of trouble to make it look as much as like it as I could. With all the chairs and everything. There's the back way into the kitchen area. Close this door. And if any of you have ever watched the show, some of these signs you probably will know from the show itself. You get the Ruby. Okay, so let's head outside. Yeah, one of my projects I had worked on a while back. So I tried to make it as close as I could to the show. If any of you watch that show, let me know how I did and what you think. So let's get ready to head on to our next home. Okay, and next up we have one of my early builds that I did quite a while ago. And this is a church. I found this online and I just kind of put my own little take on it. Let's see, my church, all welcome except mobs. So let's head and show you the inside. You kind of set it up like a Catholic church. You can kind of see I got like all the books and stuff here. Got the saint statue. I got the confessional booth. There's another one. So let's go down the middle. Pretty cool. Got the altar, chairs in here. I got the stained glass windows. This one took a little while to build, but I think it turned out really well. What do you guys think? Yep. It's supposed to glow. The church is supposed to, cross is supposed to glow, but it really doesn't. But anyway, so let's head out and we'll go next door and show you another early build that I did. This one was created by TSMC Minecraft, one of the best Minecraft builders on YouTube. I decided to build my own McDonald's. And before we get there, check out this statue I made of Ronald McDonald. Because why? Because I love giant statues and I love McDonald's. So, pretty cool, huh? Alright, so let's take a look at this mini McDonald's. This is kind of patterned after the smaller McDonald's in Rensselaer, Indiana. So you see, not a really big one. Got all the stuff inside. Garbage can. Yeah, like I said, just a basic come and go McDonald's. Oh, hi there. Anyway, so it does have its own drive-thru. I'll show you that in a second. See, there's a sign. Hey, got its own drive-up and everything. Yep. All right then. So I'm going, and there's the back of the statue. So yeah. All right. So I'm going to head over to the next property, and I'll see you when we get there. Okay, next up, we're going to check out my tree house. I saw one of these online, and I said, I can do that. So I decided to kind of give it a try. So let's check it out. Ooh, lots of bushes. Okay, now I got a really cool elevator to help me get to the top. Kind of see, I built it on top of 4 trees. The easiest way to do one of these is just put 4 trees together, plant 4 trees together, saplings, and then just hit them with bone meal until they grow up. So let's head on up. There we are. Okay, so all the comforts of home. Here's the balcony. Now you can see that I built the house not with traditional wood, so that I could kind of get more room. So I built it with trap doors, and the roof is built with campfires. So basically, yeah, it has all the comforts of home. Anything you could want here. Got the chair, got all my stuff, got plenty of storage. Bed. See? Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so if I need to get out of here, well, actually the only way to get out of here is to jump off. Now, how do I keep from hurting myself? Well, I took care of that too. Check it out. How did I do that? Well, it was pretty easy. All I did was I put snow down here, and I covered it up with wool carpeting. You fall, take no damage. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so again, yeah, that is my tree house. So let's head to my underground house. I think you guys will really like that. Okay, here we are. Now, many years ago, it was kind of a thing to build an underground house. People I know that did it eventually built a real house on top of it, but I decided to try that concept here. So I decided to build a house on the side of a mountain or a really large hill. So let's check it out. And here it is. Head inside. So you can see how I hollowed out the cave and stuff to build the house or my home here. Pretty cool. All the comforts of home, everything I would need to live here, live here on my own independently. What am I talking about? Okay, so let's head back to the back room. Now, one thing you notice I left out with some of the houses was the casting, the spell place. And here it is. And actually, I'm one short. I just realized that. Where am I? I'm not really sure. There's lots of different ways to build this setup here, so I think I've got it all covered. But yeah, pretty much just a nice, quiet place to escape to if I want to get away from the farm and everything else. So, alright, I think I got one more place to show you, and that'll wrap up today's video. Okay, and here it is. Now, if any of you are familiar with history, you probably know quite a bit about the city of Alexandria in Egypt. And one of the places that used to be there is the Library of Alexandria. Unfortunately, there aren't any real physical descriptions of what the place was like. So I had to look at drawings and other stuff and build it myself, or what I figure it looked like. So let's go ahead and head in. And yes, there are lots and lots and lots of cats here. So, because the Egyptians held hi puppy. Because the Egyptians held cats in really high regard. So let's just take a quick walk around, kind of see how I got the pillars and all that stuff here with the jars. And here we are. So we got all kinds of scrolls, and I basically have my own librarian farm where I can get potions and all that good stuff and books. So yeah, basically that's what this is. What I'm going to do is build up a farm nearby so I can harvest leather and paper and all that stuff, so I can trade with these guys and hopefully get some really cool spells from them, enchantments. So I'll let you know how that works. Well, that brings this episode of Classic Gamer 74 to a close. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. Probably my next episode, I'm going to maybe show you a little bit of my town that I've really been working on for like months. It's not quite finished yet, but maybe giving you guys a little sneak peek. Also, I'm going to finish up my educational series where I tour the other 7 wonders of the ancient world. Got to get working on that. But like I said, with the tornado, it's been really rough the last couple weeks. And so, again, I would really appreciate the prayers and positive thoughts, not just for me, but for all the people here in Northwest Indiana that have suffered because of that. So, well, if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to give me a big like, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to click that little bell icon down there so you'll be notified when I upload any new episodes. Connect with me on all my social media platforms. Check out my record label, JA Productions, my books, and all the other stuff that I've got going on now. So, alright, until next time, this has been Anthony Gamer, and I will see you all in the next episode. Until then, be strong, be safe, be happy, be healthy, and above all, take care of each other, be kind to each other, and stop hate of all kinds. See you soon. God bless. Bye for now.